Welcome back to the Norse Benchwarmers podcast. I'm your host, Colton Smith, here joined by producer Josh Northcutt, co-host Ben Miller, and director Garrett Jordan. Fellas, we are doing a little different segment today, not the full podcast, but something we want to add with the football season because we want to talk about football so much, but we want to also share some time on the main podcast. So we're going to start doing little short 10 to 15 minute episodes talking about our picks, our takes from last week and whatnot, our picks for this week from college football and the NFL. Today we're starting with the NFL. We're getting this in because we're not going to be able to record the college football ones until a little later, but we're going to get the NFL in, make sure we have that out before game one starts on Thursday. And yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, anytime you get to predict games, it's always fun. We'll have to come up with some kind of maybe prize or something like that when we're
we want to keep track of these picks.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
it won't just be anything wild. And I'm looking forward to it, and I'm so glad football's back, man. The world is just a better place when football is here.
Without a doubt.
It is.
Without a doubt.
On a side note, was this one of the best weekends for sports like ever? Like, I guess before NFL comes on. I mean, you got college football on. You've got, NASCAR's winding down. You're into September for baseball. I mean, this is kind of like fall. This is like the start of fall, right? Week one, the culmination of summer sports and the beginning of the major fall sports.
Well, yeah, it's usually the way it works is Labor Day is the end of summer. So, yeah, you would be right.
Not officially, though.
No, not officially.
If you want to be, excuse me.
But yeah, it was a really good week in sports.
Absolutely.
I mean,
and US Open.
US Open,
you
yeah.
mentioned
US
Open.
Open.
Yeah. US Open.
I know, I didn't even, I fail on my part.
US Open was great. I watched an outstanding game between, I already forgot his name,
Taylor Fritz.
Taylor Fritz. I got the last name correct. Yeah, I saw him beat number 4. No, I don't got it. Anywho, bear in mind, we're doing this after our live show, and it's like 10 o'clock. So anyways, getting to our main point here, the NFL picks. We'll give a little bit of detail behind our picks or
Zarov.
whatnot. Nothing too crazy. Zarov was the person that lost today, number 4. Anyways.
You all right over there,
Can't be
buddy?
throwing stuff in my head at this time. All right, let's get started, though, with the game that kicks it all off, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Baltimore Ravens. I'll go ahead and go first, and I will give you the Kansas City Chiefs in this one. I've already made it pretty clear I'm not high on the Ravens, and I think Kansas City, I think it'll be a good game, but I think Kansas City, that defense pass rush will be a problem for the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs as well. I mean, with the Ravens' new offensive line, I do have my concerns on how they're going to protect Lamar and how that's going to affect Lamar and Derrick Henry's run game. So I feel like Chris Jones and George Karlaftis, I don't know. Karlaftis, yeah. I feel like that's going to be
Purdue
the
grad.
What's up?
Purdue grad.
Okay,
So he
Purdue.
loves them.
That's right, the Purdue
This
fan.
guy gets to do it at all times.
Yeah.
I finally get a Purdue guy. I'm going to mention him. I'm going to give him a shout out, dude. Every Michigan, who's a Michigan graduate on the Ravens or the Chiefs?
Yeah, but overall, though, I feel like that's going to be the difference. And I'm interested to see what Xavier Worthy can do for Patrick Mahomes because obviously wide receiver was a bit of a struggle for them last year, even though they won the Super Bowl. So I feel like
Only got
with
better
his
there.
speed, yeah. So I feel like with his speed and he has a lot of potential. So I'm excited for it. Let's go Chiefs.
For me, whoa.
What? Wait,
No,
wait,
going that far.
No, I'm just
going
kidding.
that
No,
far.
I love my picks and all, but if I pick the Chiefs every week and they go 0-17, I am a happy man. Let's go Chiefs. It is
all right.
late,
So
fellas.
for me, I wanted to pick the Ravens. I really did, and then I got down to the nitty gritty, and I found this stat: Lamar Jackson is 1-3 versus Patrick Mahomes. Meanwhile, Patrick Mahomes is 3-1.
Oh, really?
Lamar.
That's the simple math for you.
You never know. They could have with Lamar's injuries and stuff like that. You never know. But anyway, so Lamar only has 4 touchdowns to 2 interceptions versus the Chiefs defense. Meanwhile, the Chiefs or Patrick Mahomes has 12 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. So unfortunately, I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs.
So we all got the Chiefs, so there's no win or lose there
No.
for us.
Right.
Maybe a little difference here. We got the Eagles versus the Packers. That'll be down in Mexico City on Friday, which I kind of like that
Brazil.
edition.
Brazil.
Oh, Brazil.
Brazil.
My bad. I was thinking of the NASCAR race probably.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that game on Friday, I kind of do like that edition on week 1. I have the Eagles. I'm very high on this team. I'm very high on the Packers as well. I think they may take a little bit out of the gate. I think Eagles week 1 is definitely a tough matchup. I wouldn't be shocked if they come out on top as well. Maybe the Eagles get a slow start too. But I like this Eagles team. I just picked Saquon as my running back, so I have a little stock in this, and yeah, go Eagles, go.
For me, it's the Packers. If you watched the live show, I picked the Packers to win the Super Bowl. Nothing's going to change.
Was that your real pick?
Yes, the
Oh
Packers.
God, that was your real
The
pick.
Packers are going to win the Super Bowl. I'm a big believer in Jordan Love. I think this week will start off very nicely. And the Eagles, I wonder losing Kelsey might play an effect into it. And I believe they lost another veteran defensive lineman. I can't think of his name.
They still got plenty of defensive linemen.
do. They do. They got a
They
bunch
lost
of
Cox
They
still
lost
there?
Reddick. They lost Reddick.
Oh, Hassan Reddick, yeah.
They,
Hassan
do, they
Reddick.
got a bunch of Georgia boys who.
Cox might have retired as
That's
well.
what Cox is who I
Is
thought
this Fletcher
retired.
Cox?
I want to say Fletcher Cox retired, so that's why I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Green Bay with the early start in there. Close win by like 3 points.
You know, you made a good point there on like how with Kelsey retiring, how is that going to affect that offensive line, especially with Jalen Hurts and that run game, and along with Saquon Barkley. But overall, though, I feel like there's going to be a lot of great offense between these two squads, and I was going to lean towards the Eagles, though, but I'm actually going Packers.
All right.
Yeah.
Josh convinced you.
You're the
I will
lone wolf over there,
I
sir.
will take that easy dub. It won't be an easy dub. But one point I do want to make, even without Jason Kelsey, that offensive line is still the best O-line Saquon Barkley has ever had.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and I like this center that's coming in behind him, behind Kelsey.
Yeah.
He's sat there for a little bit, and I think that he still will. He won't be Jason Kelsey, duh. But I think he can still be a above average center in the league.
Yeah,
And
no,
that's all you can ask for, really.
I just want to point this out because I was curious, so I looked it up. Who was replacing Travis Kelsey? It's Cam Jurgens.
Jurgens, yeah. I knew he had like some
So
apparel name
this
or
is a
whatever.
crazy, interesting factoid. Jurgens on Friday will become the first Eagles center other than Kelsey to start a season opener since Jamal Jackson in 2010. Kelsey was
That's
the
a
starting
little
center for 13 years.
Was that his rookie year?
No, I don't
No,
think
it took him. Okay.
I think it took him a little bit to get there. He might have played as a guard though for a
Still.
little bit.
Got you.
It's 13 years and one of the most physically demanding positions, the O line that you can play on. That's
Yeah.
he's had a Hall of Fame career.
Go.
Greatest center,
Greatest center
of all time. Give me
Yep.
that right there. So we all
Pumping him
got our
like
takes.
beans.
So we got our takes there. So now an interesting game of the week for CBS, to say the least. The Raiders and the Chargers. It's a rivalry game. It's you got Harbaugh in there, I guess. I have the Raiders in this one. Ben's very high on their defense. I'm pretty high on their defense, and I like Gardner Minshew. I think no, he's not better than Justin Herbert, but he sure as hell has better wide receivers than Justin Herbert. And I like the vibes. I talked about it in the live show. I love the vibes over there and with the Raiders, with their coach, and how he kind of turned around their season last year. And yeah, so I got the Raiders week 1.
Yeah, I'm going with the Raiders as well. I'm excited to see what Gardner Minshew will do. In
Josh
Las
is a lone
Vegas.
wolf.
Yeah, Josh, he's not liking that. But
That's okay.
yeah, but back to Gardner Minshew though. He's coming off a great season in Indianapolis, so I'm interested to see how he'll develop with Devontae Adams, who's arguably the best wide receiver.
He's had. You mean he's had?
Huh?
Or are you saying in the league?
I mean, yeah, in the league.
Okay,
Yeah,
That
I mean,
that's a take.
that's a take.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
certainly a take.
That's a take.
I
In
mean,
his
he's
prime,
still,
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I
just
feel
a
like he's
matter-
still got it, right?
Yeah, he can prove it. I mean,
Yeah.
he's had some bad quarterbacks throwing it to him recently, so I
Yeah.
definitely see that for sure. If Gardner Minshew can bring that out of him, I wouldn't say that going into the season is all.
Right. Yeah.
I hope he proves me right. I like Devontae.
Yeah. Yeah. But I also like Jacoby Myers. I mean, he's coming off a good 2023. So good weapons around Minshew, and but I like Crosby and Wilkins on the defense. I feel like that's
Yep.
going to be beneficial for that front seven. But yeah, I'm going Raiders over the Chargers.
Okay, why you got the Chargers, Josh? Other than Harbaugh.
Herbert's banged up, so I'm scared. Dobbins, Gus, I'm concerned. But do they have Harbaugh as a coach? They do. I got the Chargers.
Okay.
That's all he's got.
Jo-
Harbaugh is head
Josh,
coach.
I have a question
Sure.
for you. So, Lad McConkey has been doing pretty well in camp based on the stuff that I've seen.
Yes.
How does he slot? I mean, obviously you've been doing a lot of research on the Chargers because of Jim Harbaugh. So how do you think he slots into this wide receiver core, and do you see him being a big threat this weekend? As somebody that's a rookie that these NFL teams have never seen.
Correct. You know what wide receiver 1 stands for, right? on the team. Yeah, he's wide receiver
Oh,
one.
is
for
he
the
wide
Chargers.
receiver one? Okay,
He's
yeah,
gonna,
I
he's
didn't know
gonna
that.
be.
He's gonna be.
He's going to be. I like Palmer. Don't get me wrong. Quentin Johnson looks like a bust.
That's so sad because I loved watching him play at TCU. He was,
Yeah.
him and Duggan was such a good combo.
No, it wasn't.
No?
No, it's PTSD for Harbaugh. That's why they know better.
No, it's a great combo for me though because I just anything Michigan, you know.
But no, yeah, no, absolutely. I hate you. But no, McConkey should be wide receiver one for
Okay.
the Chargers, and I think he's going to be very good, very sure-handed, and Herbert's going to love him. But it's also a Harbaugh team, so they're going to run the ball. And when you think they're done running the ball, they're going to run the ball again.
I only asked because McConkey's one of my bench pieces in the fantasy league.
I'll tell you right now,
Love the
that's a
curiosity.
potential steal, man.
Yeah,
That's a potential steal.
that's a good pick.
No, I had him sitting in my queue for like 3 rounds and nobody took him. I was like, all right, I'll take him.
Moving down to Fox's America's Game of the Week. That's how they call it.
Yep.
They have the Browns versus the Cowboys, and that's an interesting game because I could see it being a dogfight, or I could see it going either way. I have the Browns personally. I think that defense. I don't think the Cowboys are ready for that defense week one. Maybe the Browns aren't ready for that offense week one, but I would take defense over offense in this situation, and I'm going with the Browns. And who knows? Maybe Deshaun will look like a quarterback in the NFL.
For myself, I'm going with the Browns as well. I mean, I feel like that defense is definitely going to be the difference maker, especially when you got Myles Garrett. But,
Cowboys got a good defense too, though. It's the only thing.
yeah,
Micah
yeah.
Parsons, ever hear
But
of him?
He's a player out
I
there.
did say he was chopped Jaden Daniels in half, so
You did say that.
yeah. But overall, though, I feel like it's going to be a good offensive matchup. I mean, arguably the best offense with the Browns. But
You mean best defense?
what?
With
Oh.
Browns' best defense?
Oh, well, I was talking about offense as well.
You think the Browns have one of the best offenses?
I know it's a bold take, but
That's a bold
I do
take.
have my concerns though with Watson, of course.
Yeah.
But overall, though, I feel like it'll be a good matchup. But I feel like
Yeah.
that defense is going to be the difference maker.
Okay.
I was gonna go Browns. I have Browns on my paper, but I want to be
You just
different.
want to be different.
So
yeah.
I'm going to take the Cowboys because
that
I
L.
want to get a point right there. And the reason why I like the Cowboys is because they don't have Deshaun Watson playing quarterback. But no, honest take is
they do have Dak though.
yes, they do. CeeDee Lamb. Okay, no, I got to go Browns. Their defense is going to be too good. I tried to come up with something, but no, all honesty, Browns have the better defense. Browns have the better wide receivers. Browns have the better running backs, even with Chubb not playing. The only thing that Dallas has better maybe is wide receivers, but who knows?
Maybe.
I mean,
I'd say quarterback, honestly.
well, CeeDee Lamb. But what if Deshaun Watson goes back and beats Deshaun Watson?
Yeah. I don't believe that. I see it.
I know, and we all agree. I mean, we all agree. You have to see it, but it's only 1 week, and they're at home. I'm going to go Cleveland. So unfortunately, we
Yeah.
got a sweep there of all of us taking.
All
Well,
right.
my question for you three for this series
Okay.
is I think I'm gonna start doing that where I'll ask you guys a question at the end of each series that I have.
Okay. I like it.
Who obviously we all just talked about the Browns defense is going to be dominant, but who will have more sacks in this game? Do you think Micah Parsons will have more sacks, or will it be Myles Garrett or somebody else on that Browns defense?
That's a good question. They both have great offensive lines.
Yeah, they really
Yeah.
do.
So it's hard to really pick
is it
one.
gonna come down to whoever has more sacks in this game wins this game?
I could see
I
the
could see
defensive
that.
team make like whatever quarterback makes a mistake because Dak is prone to mistakes, Deshaun's prone to mistakes.
Yep.
I'll go with whatever quarterback makes a mistake and your pressure point. I'll just lean Myles Garrett would get more sacks because I think there's a little more questions about Dallas's offensive line than there is the Browns because the
Yeah.
Browns might be the second best offensive line in football.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would go the the Browns defense as well. I mean, I
Yeah.
think Myles Garrett is definitely going to be the difference maker for sure.
It'll be fun to watch. That'll be a fun match. The more I think about that match, the more like I didn't like it at first, but
Yeah, no, that
There's
would be
only really one bad one, and it's just Harbaugh.
Yeah.
okay. We got the Sunday night football there on NBC. The Rams taking on the Detroit Lions. I have the Rams in this one. And I just got the vibes, I guess. The vibes at this
You
point.
and vibes, my friend.
Me and the vibes. It's too good. But
This sure it's not the 10-12 talking to you right now.
it could be the time talking to me right now. But I like this Lions team, but I almost like this Rams team better just to kick off the year. I don't know. I don't really have a reason behind it. It's just it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a shootout between two top 10 quarterbacks, right? Top 10, yeah.
Yep.
I would say top 10 quarterbacks. You got two top wide receivers in Amon-Ra, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, especially Puka Nacua because he's on my team.
Yep.
And yeah, I think it's going to be a good showdown. And the Rams, I think they have a better defense, but the
Who?
Lions. No, never mind.
No, you said it.
Yeah, I said it. If Ben said can get away with saying the Browns have the best offense in the NFL, I can get away with saying the Rams have a better defense than the Lions. That's what I say.
Fair enough. For me, I'm just going to go revenge narrative, and I'm going to hope Ben takes the Lions. And I'm going to go Rams.
that's the other thing, revenge.
24-23 wild card loss. Matt Stafford comes out, and he hits his weapons. Both Nacua and Kupp find the end zone, helping our fantasy teams.
Beautiful.
All right. Well,
Love to see
I'm
it.
going with the Lions. I feel like it's going to be a great offensive game between both these squads. I mean, like you mentioned, two top 10 quarterbacks. But for Detroit, though, I was curious to see how their secondary is going to do this year. I mean, they went out and got
Yeah, they
Carlton
made good
Davis.
moves there.
What's up?
I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah. But they got Carlton Davis. They got Terry and Arnold out of Alabama. So I feel like it'll be interesting to see how those guys will try to fix that secondary. But I'm going Lions. I feel like Jared Goff is going to find Amon-Ra St. Brown a lot, and I feel like that might be the difference. So,
Yeah. I
believe-
said. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, you're good.
Okay.
I'm done.
No, that's what when I said that take, then I thought about they did kind of bolster up that secondary, and I was like, yeah, so they probably have about the same. But
It's also the game of the week, by the way. I'm looking forward more to that one than the opening night. I think Rams.
you like you more than the Eagles and Packers?
Yeah, I really like this Ram Lions
like
matchup.
I mean, I think the storylines definitely are there for the Rams Packers more than any other team here. Chiefs and Ravens, there's also revenge, but I just don't think the Ravens are going to get that. So yeah,
All right.
that's a good take.
All right, gentlemen. My question for you for this series is: we have two pretty good wide receiver duos squaring off here in Kupp and Nacua, and Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Mhm.
Who do you think has the better game? Who do you think gets more yards for their QBs?
Which wide receiver or which duo?
Which duo overall? Do you
Rams.
think?
Rams.
The Rams.
Rams.
like,
I'm not sure on Jameson Williams yet.
No?
Williams, yeah.
There would be part of me with the new Lions secondary trying to get adapted to the defensive schemes because it does take a little bit of time.
Okay,
It
so
would not surprise me if Nakua and Kupp both go over 100
I'll-
yards receiving.
Okay, I'll alter it a little bit. I'll alter the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
What you mean by
How
that?
about how about Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta? Because I think those were Goff's two biggest targets. So do you still lean Rams here? Goff, Amon-Ra
man.
St. Brown and
That's a
Sam
lot
That
harder.
is
Laporta,
so.
That's
or
a
Cooper
lot
Kupp,
harder.
or
That's a
Cooper Kupp
lot
and Puka
harder.
Nacua.
That's tough.
I'm gonna stick with Puka because Puka and Kupp
You
because
think
I need
the
it.
Rams receivers have a better game?
I need Nuka to have a better game.
Puka Nacua to go nuclear.
Let's move on to this one just to save this man. He's getting really tired.
Yeah.
So we have the I forgot which matchup this
You want me
is.
to go? The last matchup
It's the Niners
is
and who?
Monday
Jets.
Night Football. Jets, Niners.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is back, hopefully for more than one play. Gentlemen, I'm gonna
Hopefully,
go.
hopefully get double at least.
I'm gonna go Jets to win. I know a big upset. Aaron Rodgers is 6-3 versus the 49ers, and he continues to make them pay for passing on him when they drafted Alex Smith over him.
Man, that's a good take. I don't hate it one bit, but I'm going with, as much as I want to pick the Jets, I am going 49ers. I mean, I feel like that offense is just too deep. I mean, you got Brock Purdy, you got CJ or Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of great receivers though. But even though I do have my concern with the whole Trent Williams deal, or is
He got the
back?
deal today, so
Oh,
he's
he
good.
got that
Oh,
back,
okay,
yeah.
okay. But yeah, I just feel like that offense is going to be the difference. So I'm going Niners.
Yeah, I'm going with the 49ers as well. I said it before, I'm not very high on this Jets team, and I'm pretty high, even though I don't like the best vibes. I think they'll be fine against the Jets. I don't even see it being that close. I don't see it being that good of a game. And yeah, give me the Niners.
All right.
Garrett, do you have a question?
I do have a question for you three fine gentlemen. My question is, will Sauce Gardner record a pick this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
You think
Yes.
he picks off Purdy?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because Purdy's one of those guys who, especially with Debo and especially with Ayuk, that he won't be afraid to challenge Sauce like a lot of quarterbacks are, because they're just like, okay, we can put one over there and whatnot. Sauce will get him at least once, absolutely.
Yeah,
All right.
I concur.
Secondary question: will Aaron Rodgers play more than 2 snaps?
Yes.
Yes.
God, I hope so.
I don't know.
I mean, I really hope. I hope for a healthy year, just for his sake. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of him, but when he was in his prime, he just on another level.
What, 2-time MVP, 3-time?
Two,
At least twice.
At least twice,
two-time,
yeah.
At least
so,
twice.
Yeah, he'll play more than 2 snaps, you dick.
It's just a joke. Come on.
You're a dick.
It's a joke, but it's 10:18. So we're going to go ahead and call it an episode here. I'm excited to see how this all plays out, what our records will look like next week, and all that fun stuff. So thank you all for watching. Be sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 50 subscribers, and we'll give away some Reds tickets, or if we don't get there, we'll give away some other tickets. But we'll give something away. And, thank you all for watching. Be sure to follow the Twitter as well at NorseBWPod. And yeah, thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Garrett, for all you do in the director's chair. Thank you, Bill and NKU Media Services, for all that you do. And that's all I got. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.